Hello everyone and welcome to another episode of Cinnamon Stitches. I am your yarn host Jennifer. I'm going to close my laptop and it's giving me a weird glare in my glasses. I have a package here from Canada. Alright, so I placed a little order. Now, you guys know very recently I was turned on to Arcane FibreWorks. I had never heard of Arcane FibreWorks before he sent me mail. Okay, so Tyler from Arcane FibreWorks sent me a whole bucket's worth of his hand-dyed yarn. I still don't fully understand why. He just commented that sometimes it's nice to receive a, what did he say? A gift with no expectations. And it kind of made me cry a little bit because I felt bad because I didn't even know who he was. I've never heard of his YouTube channel. I'd never heard of his yarn. And he sent me this amazing, beautiful gift. And it was stunning colorways and just, I will link that video. I cried, like, it was a really big deal and it was a lot of yarn. And I even said in the video, like, I don't know what I did to deserve this, but can you please tell me because I'll keep doing it. So after that video, I started just doing more research on Tyler and doing more research on his website, and I have been binge watching his YouTube videos. He has older videos where it's just him dyeing to music, backtracks, and the newer ones where he's talking. I just love listening to the sound of his voice. It's very calming, and sometimes I just put on a playlist and I will watch him throughout the night because I don't sleep very well. So I will turn it on and I will drift in and out of sleep, and I'll wake up and I'll see more beautiful yarn on my TV, and like I'll fall back asleep and I'll watch some more videos. And I kind of got obsessed. And one day I was sitting here and I was actually kind of sick, and I was sitting on the couch with Juju, and she was sick and I was sick, and we were sitting in the recliners together next to each other, and we were just watching Arcane FibreWorks together. And we were watching his dye videos, and I was like, oh, that's pretty. Oh, that's pretty. And then one popped up about plums. I don't remember the name of it, but it had yellows and like purples, and like it was breathtaking, okay? And I was like, huh, let me go check out his website. And then I fell down the rabbit hole and I placed an order. And I have been watching this travel from the far reaches of Canada into the United States. And he's on, I think he's in Alberta. He's in Alberta, so he's like on the far, like, I think Alberta's on the west coast of Canada. You Canadians are gonna laugh at me because I have no idea about Canada. Map of Canada. Map of Canada. I don't want to buy a map of Canada. They took me to Walmart. Alright. There we go. Let's see. Alright, so Alberta is the second from the west coast. Okay. So Alberta's this orange one here. So this is the west coast. This is California is down this way. California is straight down this way. I live all the way on the other side of the United States, like right here. Okay, so it traveled through Alberta to California, which is the furthest state from me, and then shot across the United States, stopping in all kinds of various locations. Alright, so I'm watching it, and I'm watching it kind of like ping pong back and forth, and I'm like, alright, come on, where's my yarn, where's my yarn? And it actually didn't take very long at all to get here. He bought the postage on January 25th, and it got here February 5th. So it's not very long at all, but I'm impatient. I was like waiting and waiting. I believe his website says if you buy 2 or more skeins, shipping is free, which is fantastic. It's rare for dyers to do free shipping because it costs them money to do shipping, and the prices of his yarn are really good anyway. I believe, oh, look at that. It's so pretty. It's so pretty. I don't think there's a don't think there's a, oh, duh. Customs labels right on the front tells you the price. All right, it says the value in Canadian is $34.97. I didn't pay that because I paid in the United States. $34.97 Canadian to US dollars. Not 3,000. It's the equivalent of $25.83 per skein of yarn. Now here in the United States, your average skein of yarn for a hand-dyed, small dye, or indie dye, or any of that is $28 to $36. So the fact that I only paid $25.83 for each one of these skeins of yarn is going to keep me coming back time and time again to purchase some more of these Arcane FibreWorks. Now you saw that gorgeousness, right? Now what I love about his videos, not just his videos, but his website, he does at the end of the dyeing video, like he shows you what he's dyeing. He doesn't go through step by step, but he's like, he pours on and he says, we're doing green, we're doing this. And he talks about the process, but doesn't give you like, I mean, he doesn't give you proprietary information. So he doesn't say, I'm using X millimeters of blah, 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 right? Which cool, because I'm not trying to replicate his anything. I just want to watch. I'm so fascinated. I have dyed my own yarn. I enjoy dyeing my own yarn, but it is a labor of love, but it is also a labor of pain. Like, it's backbreaking work. It's a lot of work to dye yarn. And the washing process, the drying process, like the whole thing, it's a lot of work. And I gotta be really in the mood to want to dye. And none of my dye jobs has ever looked as good as his does. I'm just gonna say that. In the end of his videos, he talks about the yarn, and then he talks about his other yarns that work in a fade. And not only in the video does he have that, on his website, if you click on a yarn, it will give you suggestions below of what yarns may go with that yarn. He also has photographs that go along. Let me pull up his website. He has photographs that go along with the inspiration for these colors. Arcane FibreWorks. Boo. The website is, by the way, Arcane FibreWorks although this says .com, but it's .ca because it's in Canada. All right. Let's see. I haven't been back, so let me see if I can log in. What's my name? What's my name? I don't know what website or what address I used. Incorrect email. Nope. Let's try that one. Sometimes I don't know whether I used... Yeah, I'm gonna lock myself out. What the heck is my password? It's gotta be C. Yeah, it's not letting me. So we're just gonna go to the shop and we're gonna type in, here comes the sun, doo-doo-doo-doo. Alright, so this is the colorway. Here comes the sun. It goes with this picture. And you can see, like, it's so pretty. I think he definitely made the picture look bad because of how beautiful his yarn is. Alright. These are all the DK weight version. So he has different versions of the yarn. He has a bulky, a worsted, a DK, and I think fingering / sock yarn. Yeah, fingering, DK, worsted, and chunky. He shows all of those in his dye videos. And then, see, if you scroll down, you get to pick which size yarn you want. And then it goes down and gives you suggestions of yarns that go with some of the colors or feature some of the colors that go, and that's how I ordered these. That's how I skipped from yarn to yarn. I was like, okay, well the plum one, which we're going to show you, plum, the purple kind of went with this. So I like suggested, and then another one suggested, and then every time I clicked on a new one and ordered it, there was a suggestion of ones that went with that. So while these might not go all together, all of however many I purchased, it will go with at least one other one. And a lot of them do go together. Alright, so this one is the colorway From Afar. And see how it has some of the same purples and blues? And this one just has the addition of that pretty tan color. Isn't that pretty? Just stunning work. Alright, and then let's see. What's the picture? What did I say? From Afar. Which should be on the bottom of this page because I believe I clicked from that one to this one. Yep, the very first one, From Afar. And see how that's the picture. And then we click on that one. And then when you scroll down, the first suggestion is Here Comes the Sun, which is the one we bought. Alright, what's next? Again, look at that. So, while as these two might not go together, these two definitely do. So the three of them would make more sense together. Oop. This one is, that's plum crazy. This is the one I was telling you about. This is the one where I saw it and I was like, have to have it. Have to have it. And it's because this yellow right here. This yellow with the purple, I just had to have it. I don't know why. This was the whole reason I made this purchase. Just absolutely, absolutely fell in love with this colorway. Isn't that beautiful? And don't worry, I will show you. I will show you more. I will talk more in detail about that. Plum crazy. That's the photograph. That's the yarn. Fell in love with it while he was dyeing it. I was like, just stunning. You click on it. And it says goes well with this one. Which I'm confident I purchased because I fell in love with that picture. Oh, what a view. Yep. It's so funny that it's literally the first one that's suggested. So, green and blue. This one is supposed to go with this one, but I think it goes better with this one because this has more of the greens in it. Just stunning. Just stunning. And actually, I don't think this is going to go with anything. I think this one's going to be a standalone colorway. This one, I'm in love with this. I'm in love with this one. And it says this one, this is Oh What a View, again. When you scroll up, it says goes well with the Plum Crazy. And it's got some other colorways. But this one's just going to be a standalone because this one, I'm so in love with those colors. And then this one kind of went with this one and was recommended to go with this one. So this is From Afar. This one is I Don't Believe in Humans. It goes with this one. It goes beautifully with this one. And it would make a beautiful fade right here. Oh my god, you guys, right? Beautiful. Okay. Plum Crazy, From Afar is the middle. And then I Don't Believe in Humans. This one is already up on the screen. He based it off of a unicorn cartoon. He posted this one on the Instagram. And I commented that that is the world's most perfect colorway and I had to have it. Like, it's I don't know why I'm so drawn to this. Alright, now we're going to get up close and personal and I'm just going to really just tell you about the yarns. Alright, so these are all DK weight. They're 80% superwash merino, 20% nylon. They are 218 yards each. recommended hook size, and this is what I like, is he shows you a swatch. He will show you a swatch of what the yarn looks like worked up on every one of the yarns on the website. So this is what I was showing you, is this photo. So if you click through, it shows you the yarn, and then you go over, I'm going the wrong way, no, over, right here. It shows you the yarn swatch. He knits up a little sample in like his knitting machine. And so you get a sample of what it looks like knit up, but he promotes this being used for crochet as well, which I am all about. Like that makes me so happy. He's sending hand-dyed yarns to crocheters, and most LYS shops, indie dyers, tend to cater to knitters. I do agree, like hand-dyed yarn looks fantastic in knitting. It really shows off the colors, but I also think it can make beautiful crocheted items. Hence the hand-dyed yarns back here made into that beautiful Koigu cardigan. He also, something he does, which this one is not showing, but he tucks in the ends when he ties up the yarn in the videos. He says tuck in the ends because it makes it look neater, and it so does. And I've gotten so many skeins of yarn where it's beautiful, but like Malabrigo is notorious for just having these ugly ties sticking out, and it makes the yarn look cheap. Like, take a minute and tuck it in, right? It makes it look nicer. See, Malabrigo, look at that. That looks junky. So he's really good about tucking in his ends. I mean, they do work out. They were in the post office. They made it all over the country, through 2 countries. I also learned that it's different colored tags, because I was wondering about that. The tags are different colors. And the yarn he sent me, most of them were this red color. And I found out that the reason, because I learned this in one of his videos, the reason the tags are different colors is it's to help him keep track of his stock and what's older. So ever so many months or however long, he changes the color of the tags, so he knows this is older stock. This needs to be moved out first. So, love that. I actually have 3 different tag types here. We got the red, we got the white, and we have this blue one with the sunset. Alright, so once again, this is I Don't Believe in Humans, and it is beautiful, beautiful pastels. Just like a light purple, I can't tell if that's green or blue or a mixture of the two. There's like a slight, almost yellowy, pinky color there. There's definitely pink, purple. Just gorgeous. Gorgeous. And while some of you might be thinking, those are baby colors, I'm thinking, no, baby, those are my colors. It's so pretty. Especially when you put it alongside this. Okay, so this one is From Afar. It looks like it could be a more saturated version of this, with the exception, this is more, honestly, it looks like it's more just a more saturated version of I Don't Believe in Humans. And I kind of love the name I Don't Believe in Humans because it makes me laugh. His names are funny. He has one called Easy Breezy Beautiful Cover Squirrel. And I love it. I love it. He actually sent me that one. So are these not gorgeous together? And then, of course, this looks like an even more saturated version of it. And this is the Plum Crazy one. And it's purples and like some pinky colors and the golden colors. These 3 are going to have to probably just live together. They just need to live together because they're perfect. Absolutely perfect. And then, Here Comes the Sun, doo-doo-doo, which should totally have, I mean, you think Here Comes the Sun, it will probably have yellow in it. It doesn't have a speck of yellow in it. I don't care. And the reason I was drawn to this one is because that picture of the tulips, I went to a tulip festival. This was back when I was still a photographer. I went to a tulip festival years and years ago. And I took my big camera with me, and I took a lot of shots of the tulips from varying angles. And I was talking to one of the people at the festival, and she was talking about shooting the tulips from the ground. And I was like, okay, that's kind of genius. Like, I didn't think to go from the ground. And that photo is shooting them from the ground. So you literally put your camera on the ground and shoot up at the flowers. And it's one of my favorite pictures I've ever taken. And the photo that goes with this yarn reminded me of that day at the Tulip Festival. And I really like tulips. I have a tulip garden planted in my backyard that is just, it's for my dad. I planted it after he passed away. Tulips were one of his favorite flowers, and I think it's because he lived in Michigan his entire life. And when you live in like a northern climate where it's cold and you have a really long, harsh winter, the first sign of spring is tulips and daffodils and stuff like that. And so when you see them, you're excited because finally the winter is gone. You hope. Because sometimes you get tulips and then they snow. So, I didn't learn that he liked tulips until kind of late in our lives together, and his wife didn't even know that he liked tulips until after he died. I was like, yeah, I'm gonna plant tulips for him, and I bought her a tulip plant. Well, I bought her already grown tulips. I said, because these will probably bloom around his death date, which was April, and that's usually when spring starts in Michigan, is like April to May. And so I don't know, this one, just the tulips, the colors, they remind me of my dad. So, and then this one is just everything. This one is everything. This was the hot air balloon one that says, oh, what a view. I've also been to a hot air balloon festival when Juju was little. Juju is my daughter. She was a little girl. We went to a hot air balloon festival in Frankenmuth, Michigan. And it was, I think they do it every day around Memorial Day. And it was magical. Like, the hot air balloons are just magical. And I have so many photographs of the hot air balloons taken off. Like, it just, hot air balloons are special. Like, they're rare to see. You don't see them very often unless you live somewhere that somebody has air balloons, hot air balloons by you. But I don't know, the picture sparked joy. These colors spark so much joy. And this is going to be a standalone project for myself, whatever I make out of it, because these colors are amazing. Just amazing. And I don't generally go for greens, and these are kind of like peachy coralies, which is like one of my favorite colors. But I just like the combination of colors here is so fun, and it screams hot air balloon in the sky. It really does. So check out Arcane FibreWorks. His website is arcanefiberworks.ca. I will link it below. He has a YouTube channel where he shows his dyeing videos. He does shorts. None of the videos are very long. He just straight down to the point, and he skips all the extra junk. So it's like, pours the dye, cuts, turns the yarn, cuts, pours more yarn, cuts. He shows it being done. He shows it being skeined up and all dry. So it's like right down to business, you know. I just really like, I'm so grateful that he thought to send me yarn, first of all. And I'm so grateful to be able to support his business by buying some more of his beautiful yarn. And now I have more yarn than I know what to do with from Arcane FibreWorks, but I'm such a happy girl. I highly suggest you follow him on the YouTube. Check out the website. Remember, the prices on the website are in Canadian, and $34.97 Canadian. That's a really good deal for hand-dyed yarn. Hand-dyed yarn, like I said, runs from anywhere in the United States with US dollars from $28 to $36, and sometimes more than that, especially from indie dyers. And I think it's a really good price. And then when you work in American dollars, like, it's definitely worth the $25. Because so much so. I'm so happy with these, and they're so soft and squishy. And they smell delicious. They're very neutral smelling. There's not like a strong smell of anything. Just so beautiful, these colors. And you know what the best part is? I get to go back through the box of yarn that he actually sent me and figure out what I want to put together. And I'm going to cake up some of these yarns, and they're just going to be, they're going to be projects I'm working on this summer. I've made it a goal to work with more of these luxurious bougie yarns, if you will, this year, and not focus so much on like channel content, and start really making stuff for my own self, for my pure love of crochet and knit, because I don't know if I'm going to knit or crochet this. But I'm so happy. Tyler, you're an outstanding talent. And thank you again for just turning me on to your business. I'm so grateful. Check him out, and I will see you in the next one. Bye, guys.